Welcome to the Dice Rolleth, a Daggerheart live AP, though we do also dabble in other TTRPGs every once in a while. I'm your host and GM for this episode, Alan Mehanna. Before we meet our wonderful cast for this episode, I'd like to quickly fly through some major acknowledgements and thank yous. First off, Matt and the Heart of Daggers community. It's a fantastic Daggerheart-centric platform, great for players, GMs, creators, and artists. I use the platform to prep for this episode, and I believe some of my players are also using the amazing character sheets on Heart of Daggers. I would also like to thank Chipeku for their gorgeous scenes, which we're using as our backdrops, Monument Studios and Fantasy Plus, and Heart of Daggers' own Matt for our beautiful music and ambience. A massive thank you also to Red for creating our ultra amazing logo, and Monk for their iconic character artwork for today's session. All right, now I'm going to pass on the baton over to my players so that they can introduce themselves to you all. Anybody would volunteer. I'll go ahead.
I guess I'll go. Just kind of go around robin. Hi, I'm Monk. I did the art for the stream, as mentioned by our wonderful GM. You can find me on basically just Blue Sky under MIA Monk. How about Pastor Red?
Hello, I am Red, or to some people on the stream, the Red Queen, part of the production team here at the Dice Rolleth, as well as the graphic designer. I write homebrew content for Daggerheart in my spare time. If there was such a thing as Dice Goblins Anonymous, I still wouldn't be a member because dice are precious. Today I'm going to be playing a Goblin Clank Wizard School of Knowledge, and you can call me Rana. CX.
Well, hello, my name is CXZman. I'm game designer, illustrator, and forever GM. You probably know me on the scene for having developed a few domains for the game as a third party. But today I will be playing Wajid Mura, a Simia wild-born rogue syndicate who's good with a smile and a knife, depending. I pass to Nico.
Hi, I'm Nico Gallo. I'm an actor, voice actor, burlesque performer, and host, as well as a professional game master. And I am, and professional gay master, but I am non-binary, and I am canon. But I'm also a player today. I'm going to be playing Slick Vasim. Super excited about that. They are a Wordsmith bard. I'm actually pulling my cards out right now because I love fiddly bits. I know some people are like, oh, the cards take up so much room on the table. Well, guess what? I have the table space, so I'm going to do it. If you guys want to see any of my YouTube content, I post some of our shorts on my own channel, but I have started tagging the Dice Rolleth as a collaborator. So in the future, when we start posting these episodes on there, you can go to my YouTube channel if you're already subscribed, look at the collaborators in the posts for the shorts as well as the future episodes, and then find the Dice Rolleth, which we're building our brand. We have an official logo. It's over there in the top left corner of our overlay. Woo! And also, just before we get started too, I want to say some things to Alan. Alan has been working so fucking hard on this AP. And I think I speak for everyone when I say we are so excited about today. So without further ado, Alan,
right.
Take us away.
One last thing, as Nico mentioned, we are now officially on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky at The Dice Rolleth. And without further ado, let's begin our adventure and let the dice rolleth.
Let the dice rolleth!
We begin in the realm of Veriloth, made up of 4 countries: Erendalir to the west, East and West Nandral to the east, and Anathrad, where our adventure is going to be taking place, to the southeast. Our camera flies over the vast desert country of Anathrad, past dunes of all sizes, towards the Sultanate of Petras in the north of the country. Petras is divided into 3 concentric circles, with the palace in the center, towering over the Sultanate. The camera continues to make its way towards the palace, swerving over and under colorful banners, and past the joyful voices of the people of Petras. It is a day of great celebration, as Elnahr, the Emir of Petras, and Nur, the Emir of Dama, the Sultanate to the west, are pledging their lives to one another, strengthening the alliance of the 2 sultanates. Yet our story is not about that blessed union, but rather about 4 hatchlings, new recruits to the 13 Vipers, an infamous thieves guild in Anathrat. They are on their final trial in order to officially be initiated into the guild. The camera flies through one of the palace balconies and into a magnificent ballroom. The ballroom is circular in shape with a high ceiling. In the center of the ballroom hangs a majestic 3-tiered chandelier made from emeralds and sapphires, which cast sea-like shimmers across the ballroom. Some of the windows along the curved walls are mosaic. They show the history of Petras and past emirs as well. Standing on either side of the windows are guards wearing bronze armor that is engraved with the phoenix sigil of Petras. Guests wearing the most diverse and exotically vibrant clothing fill the ballroom. Some are bedazzled with jewelry, while others are holding canes or wearing fabulous hats and hijabs. It is clear that the guests are all highborn. As we continue to tango past the invitees, our camera settles on a female goblin standing near Fox and Katari. Red, Nico, would you like to introduce your characters, please, and what they're doing in this moment?
I will let Red go first.
Okie dokie. So Rana, a dinky purple grey, more grey than purple, skinned goblin. She's wearing a stunning gold hijab, purple sleeveless linen overcoat, silk harem pants, with loads of gold detailing all over. Lots of gold jewelry, piercings. Her favourite piece being the nose chain that links to one of her giant earlobes. And all over her sort of exposed skin, so on the inside of her ears, down her arms, and on the slit of her harem pants, you can see like spell runic markings up and down the skin. Lightly etched, and there's weird humps like at the back of the overcoat where the grimoires and spell books are kind of tucked in. Looks really odd, but yeah, my arm would be hooked around Slick Vass's arm. So I'm linking and just sort of nodding. If there's anything on offer to drink, any tea, sort of loose leaf tea, I'll just sip and then place that on a tray. And I'll just say, "Are your hands sweating as much as mine right now, Vass?"
And as they say that,
Oh God.
I have one hand on my scepter here. Oh, y'all thought I wasn't going to have props for this episode too? Excuse me. There's a reason I picked a scepter as my character's weapon. Thank you very much. So anyway, I got my arm linked around you and I'm like, Rana, baby, it's going to be fine. We're doing A-okay. And come on, there's a reason they call me Slick Voss.
Yeah. You're right. I know a lot of the people here, and what if they find out what we're doing?
Hey. If we don't even know what we're doing, how can they? You gotta fake it till you make it. We're not here to steal anything. We're not here to do anything crazy. We're here to party. We're here to mingle. And we've already set everything up so that at the end of the night, something gets stolen. And that wasn't our fault, right? That wasn't our fault. It just happened.
Keep your voice down. We don't say the thing that we're doing.
Oh, right.
Where are the others?
Sorry.
Have you clocked them yet?
And then I look over and... Yeah, no, I was just gonna pass the spotlight just like that. I look over and Game Master...
As you're looking over, you see a turquoise hummingbird flit past you and through some of the guests as well. As one guest is putting their glass on a tray, it literally swoops right under it, instantly passing before the glass hits the tray, and then it lands on Monk.
A dark purple, almost black hand with a speckling of almost like a black opal iridescence underneath the skin that shifts ever so slightly, lands on perfectly manicured hand, and you see a lovely Infernus, not dressed as well as everybody else here, mostly in traveling gear, but still cleaned up and done up for this party, with jewelry around the neck, bright golden eyes. She lets the hummingbird land, gives a little "thank you, Jewel," and then spreads her arms out wide and says, "Ladies and lords, our radiant Emirs on this most blessed day, I hope you are entertained by me and my fine menagerie." And she gestures out. Qani gestures to her animal companion, a caracal Yuka, as Yuka stands up on hind legs and does a little bow to the crowd as well, and bow to the crowd, and just tries to charm everyone as she does a bow, holding up her bird, her snake, and all the other little animals she has accompanying her.
So I'd like you to make me the first roll of our session.
Let's go!
I'd like
Let
you
the
to
dice
make
roll
me let the dice roll it. I'd like you to make me a presence roll. I would say this is a DC 12.
Okay.
Crit.
I will
Crit.
spend hope to add my performer experience to that, because obviously. Ooh. That is a 20 with hope. No, 21 with hope. I had presence.
Ooh. All right. I will say that as soon as remind me of the cat species again.
It is a caracal. They have those long ears with tufts on the end.
So as soon as the caracal takes that bow, you see some of the people who are standing in a semicircle around the place where you're standing. They look quite impressed, and they're like, "Oh," and they start clapping. But I will also say that there are perhaps the more clapping that certain people hear, the more their attention is now shifting towards you. So you are sort of drawing in a crowd, but it's not it's not everybody in the ballroom just yet. The attention is starting to shift. I will say that. And then as the camera will pan at this point towards Simeon in the ballroom, who seems to be sneaking around the edges of the ballroom. Would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. You see a Simia just holding a drink, faking drinking it sometimes just to, basically in sort of idle animation in the background, trying to merge with the crowd. I am Wajid and Mura, a Simia, with a few experiences in circus acts. I don't have sweaty palms, for one. I am used to be where I shouldn't be, though I've never been part of such a big operation, so this is still a little bit exciting. I know that my role here has to be pretty discreet. Ideally, I was never here. Apparently. I'm looking in the crowd, trying to find important people, inspecting the guards, seeing how they look. Just a big smile on my face. Trying to spot the two Emirs, especially Elnahr. There's a specific object I am very keen on spotting from the distance.
So I will say, where you're standing, you still can't pinpoint that object. However, as your eyes are focusing and trying to pick that object out, you hear right next to you, "Wajid, I can't believe you all really made it in here." And what you see right next to you is a gnome holding a tray, wearing like sort of a server or like a waiter outfit. And in one hand, they have like a gash over one of the eyes. And that is going to be the contact that you, Wajid, would know from within the palace as a Syndicate rogue.
Mm-hmm.
And since you know him, feel free to give him a name if you want to. If not, we could come up with something together.
Yeah, Hassan, please keep your voice down.
It's whispering.
Right. But whispering also gives up the game. Just speak normally, but just don't say my name.
So Hassan stands still like this, and he's like, is that better? It looks
No,
suspicious.
stop staying still, move about, be alive. Just look like you're trying to offer me food and I'm trying to push you away so that it looks correct, please.
So I'm going to spend my first fear, and I'm going to have Hassan actually, like, as he's turning over to hand you the food, he starts shaking to the point where the plates start clattering from his nervousness. And you see some people starting to look around. Like even one of the guards that is close to you sort of looks over, but doesn't necessarily give you too much attention. But let's just say Hassan is not necessarily doing a best job of being a secret contact.
I'm going
wait,
to
really
put
quick.
my hand on the tray to take something from the tray, but what I'm actually doing is pushing down to stop the vibration and say, shh, it's fine. Everything is under control. If you don't make so much noise with your tray. Please, listen to my voice. Am I sounding any alert? Any anxious? No.
No, I actually really like your voice.
So seeing you guys and seeing you, like, the way you're trying to calm them down while they're tripping balls, but also they're tripping balls and you're in the middle of whispering to them very sexually, even though you don't mean to, while everyone's staring at you. I'm going to use my ability. We have, let's see. Should I whip out Hypnotic Shimmer or Enrapture? Let's do Hypnotic Shimmer. Yeah.
Whip it out.
Say that again.
Whip it out.
Yeah, I'm going to whip it out.
Whip it good.
I'm going to use Hypnotic Shimmer. This is a spellcast roll here. And that's going to be terrible. Absolutely awful. Just, I mean, so bad. But it was with hope. So there's a positive there.
Nice.
But I failed incredibly. So
let's take it like narratively. What was Slick-Voss trying to do by using Hypnotic Shimmer at this point?
Slick-Voss was trying to grab the room's attention. It's a spellcaster roll against all adversaries in front of you, and I assume that this is like a social environment, so there's probably just like an across-the-board difficulty.
Oh God!
But unless that difficulty is 7 or less, I didn't do shit. So instead, I go, check this out, and I take my coat off to distract everyone, and I forgot that I layered, so there's just another coat underneath. And I go, oh, shit, sorry, that's not the sparkly one. You know, and then I go, the moment's passed. And I try to just like shake it off.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, a few of the people walking past are like, oh, God. Then you just keep walking.
I'm like, I look over and I say, Rana, you just have to believe me. This was going to be so cool.
Right. I mean, why are you wearing 2 coats? It's so hot in here.
Because everybody knows that the best way to be more fashionable is to wear more outfit pieces, and the best way to wear more outfit pieces is to layer. Come on, it's just you're a fan. You were highborn, right? Like you would know.
I mean, I've never double coated, but I mean, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I wear so many gold chains. Like, if I didn't have this many gold chains, how would people know I'm rich? Come on.
You know, you talk a lot of sense, Vass. I know. The way you speak and the ability you have with words is just, it actually makes me emotional. Oh, anyway, back on subject.
They call me a genius, yes.
What What are they doing over there with that weird whispering?
I don't know. It looks like he's trying to hit on them, I think.
It does look sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't
There's
it?
a time
Also,
and a place.
I just gotta hand it to Qani. They're really killing it on stage. I mean, they come off as pretty shy a lot of the time, but look at them go.
You can see, behind them, if the camera is focused on them, Qani is walking on her hands with Yuka perched on her feet. Just, sitting primly like a kitty cat.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Love it, love it, love it. And as that happens, you hear a clap, and everybody's eyes, all the guests' eyes shift towards the door to the left in the ballroom as those doors open. And like a royal vizier, a royal advisor walks in and essentially says, "Ladies and gentlemen, and all who are welcome here at the press, please welcome Imir Elnahr and Imir Elnahr." And then they walk in and everybody's cheering, and you see them wearing turquoise, Imir Elnahr is wearing this long gold and turquoise coat that is almost like how veils would be in typical wedding dresses, but it is a coat that just trails all the way back. And then very handsome, dark-skinned, I would say hazel eyes, clean-shaven, wavy, longish hair, walks in. Next to him, Imir Elnahr, who seems a little younger than Imir Elnahr. So probably Imir Elnahr would be in their 30s. Imir Elnahr would be late 20s, wearing more vivid purple clothing, no trailing coat, but more low cut, much like Imir Elnahr is low cut. Noor is also wearing a low cut shirt, very free flowing, almost harem pants, but not necessarily harem pants. And they walk in and stand. If let's say the stage is here, they walk past the stage and onto a smaller platform near the balcony where our camera sort of swooped in the beginning.
I want to do a flashback where right before we start the big heist, I'm getting everyone together and I say, all right, guys, this is it. If we pull this off, we're going to be part of the Vipers ourselves. This is the big leagues, okay? No more pickpocketing, no more stealing apples from markets, booths at the bazaar. I mean, this is. I'm actually nervous for the first time, which is wild for me.
Me too. I don't even notice
wait a
I'm so
second.
nervous.
And then I go, let me just get into character. What would it be like to play somebody who wasn't nervous? And okay, I'm better. All right, we got this. We're professionals, right? We're even only doing this trial because we've killed it so many times. So everybody, this is me. This is a rallying speech before we begin this heist. And I want everyone to set aside a D6, which is something you can add to your action, reaction, damage roll, or you can clear a number of stress equal to the result. So if you end up maxing out on stress or something, you can recover stress using the rally die.
Nice.
Yeah. And we fade back. And here we are. And I go, it's a good thing I gave that rallying speech earlier, isn't it, Rana?
Did reassure me.
Mm-hmm.
So now Imir Elnahr and Imir Elnahr are on that platform near the balcony where our camera first swooped in at the beginning of the session. They both turn around, smile, not much of a speech or anything. The Imir Elnahr simply waves his hands and says, "Continue." And then the music kind of gets back up and everybody goes back and going about their usual thing at the ball.
I'm going to elbow Vass and be like, oh, that's them. Okay. It's showtime. Let's go.
I kind of look across the room and clock where my teammates are. And it's like, all right, it's go time. And full showmanship,
time.
I kind of raise my arms up to the Emirs and say, my great Emirs, may I approach your high table and entertain you with my fine creatures, by your leave only, of course.
Okay, so you're gonna make another presence roll here.
Mhm.
This one's gonna be a little tougher because you are immediately shooting for the big leagues.
Wait.
So I'm gonna
spend a hope, and I'm gonna help them. When you call attention to them, I'm gonna say, "Oh, look, they picked you! What an honor! What an honor to get chosen for the show. You don't just become the center of attention; you become the center of a thing that I can't think of the name for because it's actually really kind of early in the morning for Nico de Gallo. But you'll become the center of attention. All eyes on you. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool thing to be? A lot of elbow work.
And you're saying that to whom?
I'm saying that to the Imir that they're trying to get the attention of. Right? They said.
Saying to the Imir that it's such an honor.
Yeah, but logistically, you're not technically near them yet. So
I say that loudly then. I say I'm still doing the elbow thing.
Fair enough.
Isn't that cool to be part of the show?
Fair enough.
I thought I was supposed to do the schmoozing. This is all going to shit.
Whatever you roll, you add a 3 to it.
Okay. And
awesome.
Once we get
all right, so it's gonna be a DC 18.
Okay. Once again, I'm adding my performer experience because I got that hope back. Ugh. Okay, so it's with hope. You said the DC was 18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is 12, 13, plus 6, 19 with hope.
Let's go, baby!
You just make it.
Nice.
You see which Imir were you trying to get the attention to?
I just kind of gestured to either of them. I think I might have centered it slightly on the younger one, just because he seems not quite as serious, but I would have offered to both.
So you see Imir Noor grip like Imir Elnahr's bicep, like, oh, please let me go. You know, like that sort of like, oh, please, kind of a thing. Imir Elnahr looks over to him and says, fine. And then so Imir Noor actually runs down to you. And as he does so, he's like, can I pet it? Your cat.
She says, kind of holding up all of her different animals.
And you see his eyes just go wide when he sees all the different animals. But then he like crouches down a bit and like reaches out for the, why do I keep forgetting the name of that species? The cat.
Mm-hmm.
As this is happening, I will telepathically say, Qani, that is the wrong Imir, the other prince. And then you also hear me go,
telepathically, well, there's one less person close to the actual target, so you have less eyes on you.
Okay. I relay that to Vas. I think it's going to be down to Wajid. Oh, God.
We're going to shift over to Wajid now.
As Hassan I managed to calm down Assad by pushing down on his thing to just talk him down. I don't know if Hassan says something at this moment.
No, I was going to say essentially Hassan had to essentially like leave your side during what was happening to get back to doing his work, so that he's not like seen simply standing next to you for a long time. But he's constantly and very not subtly, every once in a while when he catches your eyes, he's like, and he just keeps walking.
Well, at the moment he was trying to smile at me and look back at me. I'm like, waving it, but the next time he does that, I'm not there anymore.
Okay.
I will do spellcast roll to activate invisibility. I am counting on the fact that this is a whole mess. Both Emirs have appeared. Everybody's looking on the other side. Nobody's going to check if I'm casting a fucking spell. You know what? I do start with 2 hopes because it's the beginning. Nobody here is a halfling here. So I will spend a hope to use my experience. I was never here. just to boost
Love it.
my invisibility roll, just to make sure I succeed. It's just 10, but I don't want to fuck up that. And that's good enough. That's 15 plus 3 is 18 for 10, so I succeed. That was with hope. Sorry, Anan.
Oh, it's good. I'm loving this.
But I do have to mark a stress, and now for the next 3 action roll, I am invisible.
Love
And
it.
I will wave my way slowly towards. I don't want to bump into anyone. Now I'm invisible, so I have to be careful. But I am. I left my glass on a tray somewhere, and I am moving, waving to approach the target. It's not very cinematic, but I guess if it's a movie, I'm going to add a little shimmer in the crowd.
Yeah, you sort of see this shimmering thing. At one point, you accidentally step on a woman's longer trailing skirt or something. She's like, "Oh, well." And then I would say you make your way as close as possible without getting to the platform just yet, but you are much closer than you were before.
I'm trying to get into a good position so that if an opportunity opens, I can be closer to that. I will still need some cover because at some point, that would be a good opportunity for me to. I'm trying to get to Elnahr, and I want to find if, according to the information we were given, Elnahr has the key.
Okay, so. Given your position, I'm gonna need you to roll me an instinct roll, and this will be just an average DC of 15, for you to be able to see. I will say, actually, you know what? Since you are invisible, I don't know if this is already in the description of you being invisible, but if you don't already get this, I will say that I will give you or allow you to take advantage on that because you are invisible. Which will allow you, and the advantage, the way I'll explain it narratively, is that you'll be allowed to sort of sneak a little closer to the platform without actually making it onto the platform.
Okay, let's go with advantage on that. No, it's fine. My rally dice I will use when I have to pull the move. For now, it succeed. 18. You said with advantage. Let's roll with advantage. Yeah, 20.
Sure.
But with fear. So that's for you. A gift for you,
right.
Good GM.
Thank you. So you are able to see that around his neck, on a long, bronze chain, is key, and the key looks like it's made of almost like clay-like. And it's very thin, very much like the little sketch that you did in your prep, pre-session. Sort of like there's a thin line, then there's a slightly thicker one that leads a little lower. The top side of the key, where the loop is, it actually looks like phoenix wings moving up and curling to the top. And that's where the key is, and it is hanging on his neck. So you do see it.
I will communicate, I guess, in the void, in thin air, you would see a little blink of turquoise as the gem on my turban activates. I am close to my position, and I see the key. It's not going to be an easy pick, but I've done worse. I would need a good distraction for the Imir Elnahr if I were to pull that off. Rana, be ready with any sort of, distractions if I fuck it up a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, I would already be sort of yoinking, or if Vaz and I would already be there, sort of making our way to the princes. I would swerve past Noor and go straight for Elnahr. Hopefully with Vas by my side, and just make an offering. I would have had a small gift or something hand wrapped beforehand, and I'll just say, Your Highness, and I'll bow and offer them.
As you're making your way up there, I'm going to spend a fear.
Oh no.
And
I'm just a baby.
you are going to hear a very nasal voice cut you off as this sharp-featured, insect-like, almost fingers, long fingers, pointy elven ears, very slick-back, gelled hair,
I know.
in many ways, the most douchey-looking elf that you've ever seen in your life, walks up to right in front, like cuts Rana off, and Slickvoss off, and says, "Rana, I thought your family was kicked out of court. What are you doing here?"
Balthazar, a pleasure to see you as always. No, as it happens, we're still nobles. We have just as much right to be here as you.
And
I'd heard you'd come down with an...
Immediately seeing you, like, a little bit, I see, like, you're sweating a couple of bullets there, right?
I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah, and as soon as you say, like, we have just as much right to be there, and I say, oh, hey, they let you in. What's up, Balthazar? And I don't know this person, but I'm acting like I do, and I'm like, I didn't think I'd see you here after, what happened.
The rash.
The rash, yeah. And I look over and go, I mean, it happens, I say to the rest of the people around us, it happens to all of us. Don't worry, you don't have to be ashamed about it.
His eyes wide, like quadruple in size. They almost like move their hands over, like moving away. Feline. And
I'm a fox.
And then, I know that I said that on purpose.
Don't listen to him. He's literally a moron.
Okay.
So he's literally like a feline. And then his eyes shift back to Rana and says, "Well, that's not what I've heard about your family. And my family has always been at court." And he kind of like looks down condescendingly at Rana and then throws an eye back at you and like, like.
Speaking of things you heard, because I'm actually a fox, not a cat, so it sounds like your information is terrible, and you should probably go back to a library and look some stuff up.
How very dare you! And then
I double dog dare you.
He just like walks away.
As they walk away, I would like to try and magically cast an illusion of them having some sort of facial warts or pustules on their face. And I'm just going to look at them, and as I cast or try to cast this spell, like a dark vapor emits from my obsidian gem eyes and lights up in the runes inside of my ear. And I'll try and make a spellcast roll just now. That should do it. That's a 19 with hope. And the spellcast was 14. So yeah, I will just stare at them as they're walking away and just maintain eye contact and just smirk.
I will
Goodbye,
ask
Balthazar.
you as well, though, to roll finesse roll, because I want to make sure. Well, would it be finesse or would it be presence?
Finesse if you're trying to be slick about it.
Yeah, so I want to make sure that nobody around her notices the black smoke from the obsidian eyes. That's sort of what I'm going for.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I would say just go presence. I think that makes sense. Just go a presence roll, and I would say average DC 15.
Cool. I would also, if I can, in this moment, use my I see things differently now experience.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds cool.
Because I know who this guy is, I know what they're about, and I see through different eyes. Okay. It's with hope, guys. 14, 15, so that's 16 with hope. Oh no, sorry, plus the experience is 3, so 19 with hope.
Yeah, nice. Makes it nobody picks
the
up on it.
The vapor just comes from the corner, just like little trails and into my ears, and they just...
Nobody picks up on it, and in the distance, you hear a woman shriek, and you hear her go, What is on your face? And then you
And I say,
see them
hey, it's
rushing
okay.
off.
It happens to the best of us.
Yes.
And you see them rushing off somewhere in the distance.
Perfect. As soon as
I
I
look
look
over at
away
Rana.
or we break contact, it's gone.
Yeah, and I look at Rana and I go, that was pretty slick.
I have a few things up my sleeve. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not wearing
I'm-
sleeves, but if I had sleeves, you know.
Well, for the record, you have excellent arms, and I would love to work with you on a mark like this again.
Before I cut
shall be
to Wajid, I'm going to cut to Qani, who has been off to the side with Imir Elnahr, who is
Mhm.
currently completely still entranced by your animals and your companions, literally giving scratching on the belly, and then watching the hummingbird kind of flit around, and then his eyes fall onto the snake that's wrapped around your wrist.
Ooh, the snake.
She loosens him a little bit because he's just been chilling there. She's like, "Would you like to hold Bean? Coffee Bean for short, because it's a little brown snake." And she puffers it.
Oh, Bean, yes, please. And then he hands, he and you can tell that his hand is a little shaky, like he's a little nervous, but he's super excited.
Oh, he is utterly friendly. Just a pampered little show pony. And she places it in his hand. But if you wouldn't mind holding on to him for just a little bit, he is just a gentle creature, and I'm about to do something of an impressive trick. Don't want to disturb him, of course.
And then as soon as Bean slides onto Newer's hand, he goes, "Oh, hold and slimy."
Bean is literally just a potato. It's just kind of sits up a little bit and then just goes back to sleeping and is the laziest snake.
Brilliant.
But I can see that Wajid is moving towards the target, and the rest of my teammates are also converging. So I'm like, all right, they've got the target. I just got to keep everybody else's eyes on us. So I step back and, Imir Elnahr, all you fine guests, wait to be impressed. And I am going to try to pull off some crazy acrobatic shit with Yuka kind of jumping and weaving as I'm doing cartwheels and stuff.
May
I'm
I
gonna
ask a
try.
clarifying question here? Just so for my mind's eye, I can see what's happening here.
Yeah,
We
of course.
have Wajid slowly making a physical beeline over towards the Emir with the key.
Oh, I can't
We
see
have
Wajid. I just know you guys are approaching.
I am
They did the
invisible.
jump thing.
Gotcha. But Wajid is, as a player, I understand that Wajid is making moves, and also I guess my character did clock Wajid earlier. Then Qani is starting to do their distraction on stage, and did they do? They already
which
pulled.
is to the left, of the balcony where Imir Elnahr is standing.
Right. And so we have one of them on stage and kind of pulling attention and stuff. We have Wajid moving to the other Emir who has the key, and then me and Rana are just a bit off to the side, sort of. Oh no,
You
Yeah,
were
we're
making your
making our
way. Yeah, you were
Balthazar
making
got
your
in our
way
way.
to Imir Elnahr. You were making your way to him before Balthazar cut you off.
okay, great, cool.
Yeah.
And mechanically, I'm just saying I would like to spend a hope to help an ally. I don't know if I need to.
That's perfectly fine.
I heard Wajid over the thing, so I would just like to say that I'm doing that to give him advantage.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I would say the acrobatics begin, and even more people start to look over in your direction as, their eyes filled with wonder. They're extremely entranced by what is happening. Some of them have never seen something like Yuka before, or even the hummingbird. Although, they're highborn, but some of them are very isolated in their little bubbles. So I will also say this: even Imir Elnahr's eyes shift towards you a little bit, because with the high acrobatics and stuff, he can't resist. Plus, I would say that an added reason why he doesn't resist is because he potentially hears Noor getting all excited. So hearing his partner laugh his eyes will go in that direction.
He did
Could be
also
dragging Vass
hear
up
somebody
gift.
scream in disgust at the illusion that Rana made too.
yeah.
That would be my cue point to then try and make the offering and just,
Sure.
Your Highness, thank you so much for the invitation. May I introduce you to Slick Vass?
Yeah, it takes Imir Elnahr a second to look over, but then once he does, he nods. And then he sort of looks at you and goes, "Why do I feel like I've seen you before?"
Oh. He's talking to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Vass. Well, I do tend to hang around with people in these circles, and these are a lot of my common folk. And I think there was a summer ball last year, just west of the city, and I think you were there with Imir Elnahr.
You were in Dama.
Yes.
No. You have. Oh, so here's the thing. If you've noticed their gorgeous makeup, which we learned from the best, and I show off my beautiful eyeliner and eyeshadow. There are certain
sort of do a quick checkout of Slick Vass, and then look back at Rana.
and I say. Yeah, so it can. I understand why you probably think you've seen them before. It's the eye makeup probably looks very familiar to people you've seen before. It's common in that area as well, especially now, and even more so that fashion trend's made its way here. So I would like to, out of character, I would like to use Deaf Deceiver by spending a hope. Boop. Now I have one hope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, but from that failure earlier, I got another hope. Wait, no, I did spend that hope. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have... I still have one hope left. I'm going to spend my hope. I'm going to use Deaf Deceiver. And I gain advantage also because... Frick. On a roll. Let's see. That is going to be 6, 9, 12, 13... I'm going to have to burn... Does Bardic Inspiration work on me too? I'm pretty sure it's just my allies.
I have something. I would use some reassuring words.
On the bard.
Ooh. Yeah, listen, Nico, Red is going to help you.
Yes, you do know the makeup artists, and they helped us with this new look. But you've probably seen me in the circles, and I'll just try and give us a better opener and cast. I'll use Reassurance, which has no cost, but you can attempt to re-roll your action roll before any consequences take place. You were saying about the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Love that.
Love my wizards.
Roll better.
Wizard.
All right. So now it's a base 8 plus 1 for my Deaf Deceiver. So that's 9 plus 3 for my stat. So that's 12. Plus I'll add my rally die. After all. On the right side, this is with hope. So 13. And then I have Heart of a Poet, which is after you make an action roll to impress, persuade, or offend someone, you can spend a hope. So I'll spend the hope I just got from that roll to add a d4 to the roll because, oops.
Come on, give us a 4.
Oh my God.
Is it another
This
one?
is the most mechanically charged action roll I've ever
We're
seen
putting
in my
everything.
life.
You did
Everything's going
one,
into
did you?
this.
Oh, wait. Okay. So I was at, what was I at? 8.
13.
13? Okay. So I rolled a 1 again. So that's 14. But
That's got to be it.
I'm going to add a hope. I'm going to spend my last hope to add my experience, Work the Mark.
Yes.
And that is going to add 3 more. So now we're at 17 with hope.
Okay.
Please tell me it failed anyway.
It was 17 and a half you needed, so that's really unfortunate.
5 extra add-ons to that.
I mean, how high can the difficulty be on a frickin' tier 2?
You're good.
Okay.
Imir Elnahr looks at you and almost feels offended. and says, "You think I don't know fashion trends? Of course I know the makeup artist. And that must have been exactly why I thought that I knew her."
Mm-hmm. Exact.
That
And you
would
know
be
what?
it.
I even look over at Rana. I go, and Rana does just have, or sorry, do we have code names? Or are we using Rana?
Yeah, Ron, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm in the shit now.
I look over at Rana and I say, "That's right." And they did. I mean, you did claim who you are yourself, I guess, but we'll pretend that didn't. They don't know that because that's too low level for them. But I go, and they do just have one of those faces, right? They just have one of those faces.
Mm-hmm.
Rule. Except for one thing, and I'm going to spend a fear.
Those fear points, we should get rid of them.
There are not many goblins around in Petras, nor are there many goblins in Dama. So when I say I think I recognize you, it's because I do.
Oh, how so?
Wasn't your family at court at one point? I have heard that there was this goblin family that was at court, and then their daughter sort of vanished.
At this
Would
point,
that be you?
I
Monk,
kind of
yeah,
see, just because I can see that maybe things aren't going well necessarily, but the Imir is kind of zeroing in on Rana. I kind of tap my necklace for a moment, kind of turning around to take a water break, and I tap it and say, Wajid, might be the time to move in right now while he's focused on Rana.
I will basically jump any balcony or anything. I'm assuming Imir's guards, maybe not close to him, but
So before I answer that, before I answer that question, Nico, was there something that?
Yeah. I'm gonna use Enrapture. Right as their attention starts to get focused on Rana, I'm going to use Enrapture to make a spellcast roll and just completely. Okay. It makes it like they get tunnel vision on me and they only hear my voice, but it doesn't say anything like in D&D where it's like they know it happened after it happened or something. Yeah. In the meantime,
while you're doing that, I'm gonna go back to Wajid. What was your question?
I wanted to make sure that I have a path to get close and personal with the Imir, because I have to at least be at arm's length.
Right. So the platform is near the balcony. So if you keep going backwards from the platform, you'll reach the balcony. The platform is like 2 steps, right? Yeah. And then you get to the platform. Mm-hmm. I will say there is definitely a guard and a guard at the balcony doors. And then there's so a guard, Imir Elnahr, you've got Rana and Vas, and you're probably here somewhere.
Okay.
So Nico, you're in Rapture.
Before Nico's thing happens...
I mean, Nico's face is wonderful. It looks like a face of success.
I am highborn and I have privilege. So I would say, as they sort of targeting me and asking, "Oh, you are referring to Fatima, my sister. Unfortunately, she fell on the wrong path, and it's actually very sad. So can I just? And I'll just look at this.
Make me a presence roll, and I will say this is going to be a very tough one because of one specific reason. But I want to know what your role was for Enrapture first.
Yes.
Yeah. So, here's what I'm going to propose. If
we're doing great,
either we accept that I rolled a failure with fear because I totaled a 10 with fear, and then we accept those consequences, and then you roll your separate action roll. Or if you have a hope to spend, I possibly roll a 6 and bring it up to whatever it is we might need to succeed. And so there is it's still a success with fear, but it's with fear. What do we want to do?
Is that to me?
I'm asking you.
I think,
but also I guess the game master.
Yeah, I think you did the thing first, so we'll deal with the consequences of that afterwards. But I would immediately jump in and try and, if needed to, I'll try and salvage with my nobility.
Okay,
All
then
right.
it was a 10 with fear.
So, here's what's gonna happen. As you try to cast a spell on the Imir, you're going to see the circlet that he has around his head has a small little gem, which glows instantly as he turns, and it's almost like there's a slight pulse that goes from it across the room. And with that fear that you just gave me, Wajid, you are no longer invisible.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us here at the Dice Rolleth. This was episode 1 of A Dance of Veils and Vipers. I was your host and GM, Alan Mehanna. Our players, if you want to follow them, Mia Monk, Red, Nico de Gallo, and CXZman. You can follow their socials on their handle, on their little, bar token places on their frames. I also wanted to say a big thank you to Matt and the team at Heart of Daggers for having such a great platform. I want to say thank you to Monument Studios, Fantasy Plus, and also Matt from Heart of Daggers for the beautiful ambience for our session, as well as to Peku for the gorgeous scenes behind us, and Monk and Red for all the visuals between the logos and the character designs. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky at the Dice Roll It, and make sure you check back in for episode 2. See what's going to happen to the 4 hatchlings inside the ballroom. Again, this is the Dice Rolleth. We'll see you next time.
Uh-oh. This went poorly.
Oh my
Nico,
God.
your dice are fucking
Stop rolling, please.
Okay.